In this video, you'll get an up-close look at the artistry of traditional Chinese woodworking. The project begins with clearing the land and leveling the site using a tractor. A solid cement slab is then poured to establish a stable foundation. Allowing air circulation beneath the structure. From here, the entire build is carried out with timber, relying solely on precisely cut joints rather than nails or screws. Each log is carefully shaped using both hand tools and electric equipment to ensure smooth surfaces and accurate dimensions. To elevate the wooden frame and protect it from moisture, evenly spaced concrete cubes are placed on the slab. With measured precision, the builder uses a chainsaw to follow marked guidelines, cutting the wood exactly where needed. Mortise and tenon joints, where one piece fits snugly into another, form the backbone of the structure, providing strength and flexibility without the use of metal fasteners. Framing the house with this method demands total accuracy, as the entire stability of the build depends on how well each piece fits together. Unlike modern construction, which often uses reinforced concrete for strength, this approach relies completely on the quality of the timber and craftsmanship. Next comes the roof. Heavy-duty wooden beams are installed to support the flat roof base, which will later hold the final roofing material. After trimming the excess wood, the full frame of the house, including the roof, is completed. An additional smaller wing is built adjacent to the main structure using the same process. A crane lifts the pre-assembled wooden frame onto its concrete supports, and interior partitions are added for extra reinforcement. Roofing tiles are then laid using an overlapping method to ensure watertight coverage. Special edge and ridge tiles, as well as decorative pieces like finials, add both function and flair to the finished look. To prepare wood for future work, a bandsaw machine is installed to cut logs into planks of uniform size. The bark is stripped off to prevent infestation from woodworms, which could cause serious structural damage over time. Precision remains a constant theme throughout the project, especially with mortise and tenon joinery, where every piece must match perfectly for strength and visual consistency. As the interior walls go up, the builder uses a laser level to ensure flawless alignment and positioning for upcoming cuts and joints. This remarkable build is a tribute to traditional craftsmanship, where patience, precision, and a deep respect for natural materials come together in a beautifully constructed wooden home. To begin laying the first floor, wooden beams are installed between the main frame, acting as key structural rails. Their precise alignment is essential, as the entire floor's accuracy depends on them. Each mortise and tenon joint must be cut with exact precision to ensure a tight, stable fit. Beneath the beams, concrete blocks are strategically positioned to help dampen vibrations and add extra support. With the base in place, the electrician runs electrical wiring beneath the floor, securing it within protective conduit pipes to guard against wear and damage. Once the wiring system is complete, it's time to install the floorboards. Every plank is carefully measured and cut to fit perfectly, leaving just a few millimeters of space along the edges to allow for natural expansion in humid conditions, avoiding pressure against the walls. The process is then repeated for the second floor. Before installation, the wooden surfaces are smoothed out using an electric sander, removing splinters and imperfections. Since these beams also serve as the visible ceiling for the first floor, they must be finished flawlessly for a clean, polished interior. As before, a slight gap is left along the edges to accommodate any future swelling of the wood. Simultaneously, both interior and exterior partitions begin to take shape. Boards are slotted into vertical supports using a groove fit method, allowing them to slide into place and lock firmly at the joints. The same technique is used to construct attic partitions and interior walls. To separate the second floor ceiling from the attic above, a horizontal wooden layer is added. Support beams provide the framework, while flat planks fill the space, completing the ceiling installation. When it comes to fitting wood into tight or curved spots, the builder uses a clever trick. A stick with a pencil fixed at one end is rotated around the post, tracing the contour at a consistent radius. This produces a clean, curved guideline that is then cut with a power saw for a perfect, custom fit. Though the main structure is made from timber, some sections, like bathrooms and wet zones, require concrete block construction. These high-moisture areas demand materials that can better resist humidity over time. After constructing the walls, the builder forms a metal mesh for the roof slab, fills it with a cement-sand mixture, and levels the surface to ensure complete coverage and structural consistency. Once dried, both the interior and exterior walls are plastered to finish them off. Next comes the staircase, one of the build's most critical features. Precision is paramount here. The total height from one floor to the next is measured to calculate the total rise. This is divided by the standard rise per step, typically between 17 and 20 centimeters, to determine the number of steps required. Each slot for the steps is cut using a miter saw and then refined with a chisel for an exact fit. The second stair stringer is crafted identically, and horizontal wooden braces are added between the two to reinforce the structure. Once everything is securely in place, the risers and treads are installed for a sleek, modern finish. LED strip lights are mounted under each step. These lights are connected to a centralized power board via a hidden wiring system carefully installed by an electrician. To enhance both the look and utility of the staircase, the underside is enclosed with wooden paneling. This not only gives the structure a polished, finished appearance, but also creates valuable storage space in an otherwise unused area. The illuminated steps don't just serve a functional purpose. They transform the staircase into a design centerpiece, adding both elegance and a dynamic visual appeal to the home. Although it's technically possible to construct stairs without handrails, doing so greatly reduces safety. Handrails are a fundamental feature of any staircase, offering both security and a convenient grip. Aside from their practical role, they also contribute to the overall look and structure of the staircase. In this design, since one side of the staircase runs along a wall, already providing natural support, a handrail is only needed on the open side. Precision is vital during handrail installation. Proper alignment and tightly joined connections ensure durability and safety over time. When crafted with care, these joints not only enhance stability, but also deliver a polished, professional finish. Next, the builder begins constructing the door and window frames. To guarantee a seamless and tight fit, mortise and tenon joints are created at the ends, while the inner edges are cut at a precise 45-degree angle. These joints interlock cleanly, giving the frames both strength and aesthetic appeal. For the open sections that allow light to pass through, decorative wooden mesh panels are added. Each piece is carefully notched and fitted with a secondary cut panel, resulting in a uniform, attractive pattern. Part of the mesh design includes a sliding feature that allows it to be opened and closed with ease. Both the door and window frames share the same structural style to ensure visual consistency throughout the home. With the installation complete, the main hall is now enclosed, creating a large, bright space filled with natural sunlight. Finishing work begins with sanding. Every wooden surface is smoothed with an electric sander to eliminate rough patches and imperfections. Gaps in the wood are filled with a custom blend of pigment and filler, carefully matched to the wood's tone for a seamless appearance. Dust and debris are then cleared using an air blower, leaving the surfaces ready for painting. The painter prepares a clear varnish that highlights the natural grain of the wood while offering protection. After the first coat of clear varnish is applied, a pigmented finish is added for depth and richness. This finishing process is applied uniformly to all elements: walls, ceilings, doors, floors, and staircases, both inside and outside the home. Exterior surfaces receive 2 coats for enhanced durability, guarding against moisture, heat, and sunlight. Once dry, the painted doors and windows are reinstalled. Fixed sections are secured tightly within their frames, while sliding doors are mounted with a rail system for smooth operation. Rollers allow the door to glide effortlessly, and alignment is checked to ensure perfect functionality. Before the final floor covering is installed, the house's electrical system must be completed. All wiring is routed through protective conduits running beneath the flooring. Small support beams are then added over the first floor layer to help anchor the final flooring in place. The entire area is cleaned with a vacuum to prepare for installation. For the flooring itself, high-quality wood is used, carefully treated and dried to eliminate any chance of warping. Since the planks have been stabilized, they can be placed directly against the walls with no expansion gap required. The next phase is furnishing the interior. The carpenter begins with the bedroom, crafting a wooden bed frame from scratch. As always, precision is key. He selects appropriate planks, marks them according to a sketch, and cuts them using a drilling machine. To refine the joints, he uses a chisel to ensure a perfect, snug fit. Before assembly, wood glue is applied to each connection point. Horizontal supports are inserted into the frame to strengthen the structure. Once the frame is fully assembled, the bed receives its first coat of light paint using a spray machine, creating an even base. After the initial layer dries, a second coat in a richer, darker tone is applied to deepen the finish and bring out the wood's texture. When the paint has dried completely, the bed is gently moved into the bedroom and positioned in place. For added strength and stability, side panels are secured to reinforce the frame. With the structure solid and complete, the mattress is placed on top, revealing a beautifully handcrafted, durable bed that enhances the room's overall aesthetic. Next comes the kitchen. In this case, the kitchen floor level is too low, so the area is first filled with soil to raise it to the appropriate height. Once filled, the surface is leveled and thoroughly compacted to create a stable and even foundation. After this preparation, a sand and cement mixture is spread across the area, forming a smooth, strong base layer for the final flooring. With the floor in place, construction begins on one of the kitchen's central features, a traditional smokeless stove. Before that, part of the floor is cut to install the plumbing system, ensuring all necessary infrastructure is in place. In the designated area, the stove is carefully constructed using bricks, chosen for their ability to withstand extreme heat. This traditional design demands skill and attention, with every firebrick positioned precisely and the internal channels thoughtfully arranged. For the cooking surface, a reinforced granite slab is added, supported by a rebar-reinforced concrete mix. This slab serves as both a heat-resistant work surface and a place for storing kitchen tools or ingredients. To boost the stove's heat retention, the builder fills the exterior with compacted soil, which acts as insulation. This clever technique allows the stove to stay warm for longer periods, making it more efficient. Once filled, the surface is plastered for a smooth, finished appearance that seals in the heat and adds to the overall look. To accommodate large family meals, a wok is installed on top of the stove. The craftsman begins by marking out the circular shape of the wok and builds the upper platform with fire-resistant bricks. In rural Chinese tradition, stoves like this are crafted using locally sourced bricks and clay, blending time-honored methods with modern efficiency. The stove's core remains open to allow heat to rise naturally. As with the base, compacted soil is used to fill the outer walls, followed by a layer of smooth plaster for insulation and appearance. Rebar is then embedded in the platform to further retain heat, ensuring a stable cooking temperature even after the flames go out. The same meticulous process is repeated for a second stove, creating a dual-station setup ideal for handling multiple cooking tasks at once. Both stoves are then plastered inside and out, giving them a uniform, clean finish that will stand the test of time. This finishing touch adds a sleek, modern feel while also improving durability and ease of maintenance. With the stoves complete, attention turns to tiling the kitchen. Each tile is placed with precision, ensuring perfectly straight lines and consistent spacing. This exacting method is also used for the wall tiles, bringing cohesion and polish to the entire kitchen space. The next step is installing the kitchen countertop. Granite tiles are carefully cut to the required size and then fixed securely into place using a cement mixture. A designated cutout in the counter holds the sink, which is then mounted. To test the stove's performance, the builder pours water into the wok and lights the fire. He carefully observes the combustion and checks the chimney's effectiveness. The stove heats quickly, and the water begins to boil, confirming strong heat distribution and proper ventilation. To further protect the interior from moisture buildup during cooking, a ventilation system is added. Large corrugated pipes are installed in the ceiling and connected to a hood, effectively channeling steam out of the space. Moving on to the bathroom, the builder selects a large piece of natural stone to craft the sink. Shaping such a dense material is a labor-intensive task that demands patience and precision. It also requires strict safety precautions, as fine dust and particles are released during carving. An electric breaker is used to hollow out the interior of the stone, which is then cleaned and smoothed. A special polishing compound is applied to achieve a clean, refined surface. A circular drill is used to create the opening for the drain pipe, preparing the stone for plumbing installation. The cabinet frame is assembled, and the first coat of clear lacquer is applied to seal and protect the wood. For the top surface, a solid wooden panel is constructed using a traditional technique. The planks are glued together and tightly clamped until the adhesive sets. Once dry, the panel is trimmed to fit, lightly burned for a deeper tone, and then cleaned. Meanwhile, the stone sink is carefully trimmed to make space for the faucet. The cabinet's top is marked for precise cuts to allow for the final sink installation. After the fitting is complete, the cabinet is painted a rich, dark color, and new handles are added to the doors. With the plumbing connected, the drain pipe and faucet are installed, finalizing the project. The result is a beautifully restored cabinet paired with a custom-made stone sink, bringing both practicality and elegance to the bathroom. To complete the look, floating shelves are mounted on the wall, and a mirror is placed above the sink. What once appeared to be an unusable piece of stone is now the focal point of the bathroom, adding a touch of natural charm to the space.